Good morning! Welcome to SLO City Kids at Home. Today we are going to be continuing our Big and Strong series. We are in the 4th week and we're talking about Elijah and Mount Carmel. But before we get to that, we are going to play a little game called Dance Party Freeze! Yeah! I'm so excited for this game. So how this game is going to work is we are going to play some music. I actually have this magical little box. Looks like a phone, but it's not actually a phone. It controls the music. And so we are going to press the button and we're going to hear some music and we're going to dance. And then when I say freeze, we're going to freeze. Okay, so all of you, when you hear the music, start dancing, get on your feet. Let's have a good time. When I say freeze, everyone stop. Okay, but before we get started, I have 2 very special friends that are going to join me today. So come on in, guys. Here we have Hattie and Isla. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
So they're going to join us for Dance Party Freeze, and we are so excited, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so ready? On your marks. Get set. Dance! Okay, hang on. You know, I think we're missing something in this one. Skylar! Skylar, where are you? Skylar! Skylar, you gotta join us here. Skylar! Skylar!
Skylar!
Oh, there he is! Alrighty, for this last round, we are gonna dance! Alrighty! Thank you all so much for joining us for Dance Party Freeze. Come on in here, come on in here. Thank you guys, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the lesson. Stay tuned.
Hi.
We gather here to give you thanks for all the good things you have done. We set our gaze on your grace, your love so constant, love so strong. Everything good is from you, Father, so faithful and true. Let every song we sing say thank you. For every breath you give me, thank you. For every broken heart you made new. For every life restored me, thank you. We gather here to sing your praise, for your power and your might. We set our hearts on your name. You are Jesus, you are light. Everything good is from you, Father, so faithful and true. Let every song we sing say thank you. For every breath you give me, thank you. For every broken heart you made new. say thank you. For every breath you give, we thank you. For every broken heart you made new. For every life restored, we thank you. Let every song we sing say thank you. For every breath you give, we thank you. For every broken heart you made new. For every life restored, we thank you. Every breath you give, we thank you. Every broken heart you made new, we thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Every breath you give, we thank you. Every broken heart you made new, we thank you. We thank you. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Be on guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Be on guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Be on guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. First Corinthians 16:13. First Corinthians 16:13. First Corinthians 16:13.
Slapstick Theater. Elijah on Mount Carmel. This is Elijah.
Heyo!
Elijah was a prophet in Israel during the reign of King Ahab. His job was to tell people what God wanted them to hear. This is King Ahab.
Whatever.
He came from a line of kings who did bad things, but King Ahab was the worst of them all. He led the Israelites to do evil things as well, and they turned away from God and started worshiping a fake god called Baal. God told Elijah to go speak with Ahab. Elijah told Ahab to bring all of Israel and the prophets of Baal to join him on Mount Carmel. So Ahab did as Elijah asked. Then Elijah stood in front of them and said, "If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, then follow him." But the people were completely silent. Elijah called for 2 bulls and told the prophets of Baal that they could choose the one they wanted to sacrifice to Baal. They could put it on the altar but not set fire to it. Elijah said, "I will prepare the other bull and lay it on the wood on the altar, but not set fire to it. Then call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by setting fire to the wood is the true God." And all the people agreed.
Yeah!
Elijah let the prophets of Baal go first.
All right, you first.
They prepared the sacrifice and called on the name of Baal from morning till noontime, shouting, "O Baal, answer us!" But there was no reply of any kind.
Hey,
Elijah began mocking them. "You'll have to shout louder. Perhaps he is away on a trip or is asleep and needs to be wakened." So they shouted louder and raved all afternoon until the evening. But still there was no sound, no reply, no response.
Hey man, come here.
Then Elijah called to the people. They all crowded around him as he repaired the altar of God that had been torn down and dug a trench around the altar. Then he had some men pour water on the altar 3 times. Elijah walked up to the altar and prayed, "God, prove today that you are God in Israel and that I am your servant. Answer me so these people will know that you are God and that you have brought them back to yourself." Immediately, the fire of the Lord flashed down from heaven and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the dust. It even licked up all the water in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell face down on the ground and cried out, "The Lord, He is God! Yes, the Lord is God!"
Guys, Elijah showed so much faith in this story. He had so much faith in who God is and that God was going to come through. So in Elijah's life, everybody around him and the whole nation of Israel started worshiping a different God. They started worshiping this God called Baal. And Baal was not the one true God. Baal was not the God that me and you worship. Baal was what is called a false God. And so Elijah sees this going on and he goes to King Ahab, and he says, "Ahab, this is not right. Get all of your people together and meet me on Mount Carmel, and we're going to figure out which God is worthy of worship." And Elijah knew that his God, our God, your God, is the only God that is worthy, and he had so much faith in him. So Elijah gets all the people on top of this mountain in Israel called Mount Carmel, and he says, "All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get a sacrifice ready, you're going to get a sacrifice ready, and we're going to put it on the altars. And whichever God lights the altar on fire, that is the one true God." And so all of the people of Israel, all of the people who worship this false god Baal, they got their sacrifice ready, they put it on the altar, and they started dancing around the altar, trying to get the god of Baal to light the altar on fire. But guess what? Like we just watched in our video, it never happened. And Elijah starts taunting them. He starts saying, "Maybe your God's asleep. Maybe your God's using the bathroom. Maybe he's busy. Shout louder. Maybe he'll hear you." But they keep shouting and nothing happens. So then it's Elijah's turn. And it's Elijah's turn to call on God. And Elijah has so much confidence that he gets a bunch of guys and he says, "Hey, soak my altar in water." And he builds a moat around his altar and he fills it with water. And then he gets the guys and he says, "Now, put water on my altar again." And then he has them do it again. So 3 times they put water on his altar. Have you ever tried to start a fire in the rain? Or have you ever tried to start a fire whenever it's really wet outside? It's not happening. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to make that happen. But Elijah had so much confidence that God was going to come through that he said, you know what? He said, "Soak my altar in water and God can still light it on fire." And so they soak it in water. And then verse 38 says, "Then the fire of the Lord fell and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the soil, and it licked up all the water in the moat that Elijah had built." So God sends this massive fire and it lights up the altar. And when all the people saw this, they fell before the Lord, and they said, "The Lord, He is God. The Lord, He is God." And all of these people who were led astray, all of these people who were worshiping a God who wasn't the one true God, because of the faith of Elijah, started to worship him. And they came to know the one true God because Elijah had faith that God is who He says He is. Elijah had faith that God would come through. And SLO City Kids, the same thing is true for you in your life. Whenever people see you have faith, whenever people see you live out your faith and follow God, they just might come to know God because of the way that you live your life.
Ah!
Woo! Hey everybody, I'm Greg, and this is Big and Strong. For the last few years, I've been lazy. I've been sitting on my couch, eating junk food, and playing video games. But today is a new day. All the hard work starts here, going to the gym. So follow me, Greg, and my cameraman, Dan, as we start this incredible transformation. Come on, Dan, we're going to the gym. Big and strong, big and strong. Come on, Dan. All right, friends, so today is leg day, which means it's time to feel the burn. And thanks to Dan, he lent me a pair of his virtual reality goggles. Now, what does virtual reality have to do with getting a good leg workout? Well, everything. These guys are gonna give me different scenarios to work out my calves, my glutes, my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes, my calves, my quads, and my hamstrings. Now, we gotta dive into the virtual world, Dan, see what type of workouts we got going for us. Whoa! Oh, Dan, okay. All right, Dan, way harder than I thought here. I think it's got us in some sort of cage or something. Okay, all right. Oh, all right, workout number 1. Let's go. Whoa, Dan, we're hitting the jumps! Whoa! Dan, we're surfing! We're getting a good core workout! Whoa, Dan, we're hang gliding! It's beautiful up here! Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm hanging out with my dietitian, Billy. Billy, welcome back.
Greg, it's great to see you, man.
It's been a long time.
You know, you've made a lot of progress. You've cut out soda, sugary cereals, and fast food consumption.
Bill, to be completely honest with you, I don't even miss any of it, really. None of it at all?
Awesome, so you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables then, right?
Yeah, no, I actually haven't had a vegetable actually in 4 years.
Really, that's been a long time. You know, honestly, your body needs really good vegetables and greens every single day in order to operate at its maximum capacity. So right here we have a greens drink.
So there are vegetables in
the shake. So this is going to have spirulina, barley wheat, wheatgrass, alfalfa, and all those hardcore vegetables that are really high in minerals and vitamins to help get you through your day.
And guys, Billy was actually teaching me this the other day. Vegetables actually grow in the ground. I just learned that. It's like a plant.
Right. So basically, you're going to be able to eat these vegetables. It's going to give your body antioxidants to, fight off disease. This is something that you're going to be able to do every single day just to kind of help your overall health.
Good,
check
but
that out.
All right.
That's
the thing, Billy, is that this all sounds really good and cool what you're talking about, but this is kind of scary.
But I want you to be really, brave here. Go out on a limb and do something that's good for your body.
Okay. Ooh. That's actually not bad.
So by drinking something like this, eating, better food choices and exercising every day, you're gonna build up a really good discipline and obedience, so that way your body's able to feel better each and every day, and you might actually even like the taste of vegetables.
Billy, I'm telling you, I think I believe you, and this stuff is good. I should have believed him before. I just had to be brave. Thank you.
Talk about, Greg.
Let's go get some veggies, huh?
Let's do it. Maybe not even start out with hardcore like spinach and stuff, but how about some carrots?
Carrots sound good. They're like they look like a Cheeto, right?
They look like it, but totally different.
Perfect. There's probably a drive-through, right? We get like a fast food drive-through.
Actually, there's a place called the produce section at the grocery store. We can go there and you can go ahead and shop and find some good healthy vegetables.
So we got to go to the store to get the. So I just got my carrot from the drive-through. These things are pretty good. We're gonna head back to the nutrition store. Let's go, Dan. All right, so I just got back from getting carrots for the first time, and they are really, really good. They're like the same color of my shirt. They're orange like Cheetos, but you don't get any dust on your fingers. It's like the perfect food. And Dan, you liked them. Dan liked them too, so I think you guys should try carrots. They're really good. But Billy's advice, they really got me thinking. In a sea of man-made junk food, We still have healthy, natural alternatives like carrots. And God's given them to us. No matter what the world offers, God always has something better for us. In the Bible, Ahab, the king of Israel, rebelled against God, choosing to worship Baal, a false god. Now, God sent his prophet Elijah to teach Ahab a lesson. Elijah put Ahab's false god to the test. They would see who was more powerful, God or Baal. They went up to a mountain and built an altar. Now, Elijah let the priests of Baal go first. They called to Baal and asked him to light the altar on fire. This went on for hours and hours, but nothing happened because Baal wasn't real. During all this, Elijah poked fun at the priest, telling them that they would have to shout louder if Baal was going to hear them. Finally, it was Elijah's turn. He decided to add an extra challenge. Elijah ordered the priest to soak the altar with water. When this was done, Elijah called upon God, and instantly, fire shot down from the sky like a bolt of lightning. The altar was engulfed in flames. Immediately, everyone knew that the God of Elijah was the true God. God will always be wiser and more powerful than anything else in the world. Sometimes we might be the only one following him, just like Elijah, but that shouldn't discourage us. When we're surrounded by other people who live in ways that aren't pleasing to God, it's tempting to want to do the same thing. But just like how our bodies want us to be healthy, our souls ultimately want us to be obedient to God. It can be difficult from healthy disciplines like praying and reading your Bible, but the more you do it, the happier and healthier you'll feel. Just like working out, it took time. Now, eventually, people will notice the difference in us, and they'll wonder where it comes from. By obeying God, we can be a witness to other people, showing them a better way to live. Because we believe in such a powerful God who loves us, we can go through life courageously, knowing that God's way is better than any other way. Now, Elijah had complete confidence in God, and you can too. Now, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for joining me on my fitness journey. I think I've made a big change, and a big shout out to my cameraman Dan for coming along with me for the ride. I'm gonna keep working out and staying healthy, but more importantly, I'm gonna do my best to keep living courageously and living for God. And I think you guys can too. Remember, be encouraged and get motivated. We'll see you guys out there.
For thousands of years, people have looked up to the stars and wondered what's beyond. Thoughts of distant galaxies, strange planets, and possibly even life unlike any we've known on Earth. But no one could have ever imagined in the deep expanse of our universe lives one furry creature with 4 legs and a jetpack. Bah. His name is Space Goat, and he's here to help you, and he's here to help us, here to help us answer life's toughest questions. How did Elijah prove that the Lord was the true God? Was it A, he called upon God to start a fire? Was it B, he Googled it? Or was it C, he yelled louder than the others? That is correct. Elijah proved that the Lord was the true God by calling upon him to start a fire. Great job, cadets. How many false prophets was Elijah up against? Was it A, 2? Was it B, 700? Or was it C, 450? That is correct. Elijah was up against 450 false prophets. Well done, cadets. Why can we live courageously? Is it A, because God is powerful and he loves us? Is it B, because we eat tacos? Or is it C, because we get good grades? Well done, everyone. We can live courageously because God is powerful and he loves us. Well done, cadets. Until next time, stay spacey, cadets.
Wow, what a blast I had today. I hope you guys had an awesome time too. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you had an awesome time. Remember, God's way is always better. It's more awesome. It's the awesomest, it's the more awesomerest than all of the other awesomeness in the world. How cool is that? God is the coolest. So have a wonderful day, and remember that God's way is so much better. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and we'll see you right here next week. Bye!